Hi, this is the 4-video series. The first video is generally how to prepare for CAT 25 from September 25. Second was on CON, third was on DLR. This is the 4th video where we talk about verbal preparation if you're starting from September 25. It's not late. You can still prepare, do your best. You still have a chance of, getting a decent percentile to crack. I've known people also scoring extremely high, even 100 percentile with 3 months preparation. The key is proper planning and know what to prepare, not to do mistakes. So we've been training students for more than 23 years, so fairly comfortable with the exam. We do have courses like Crashcourse, mentorship. If you're interested, you can contact us. So verbal. Okay, what does verbal and aptitude exam consist of? So they are following: reading, grammar, vocabulary, and reasoning. 4 areas. Usually reasoning comes in the logic section. Normally, it depends. Some aptitude exam puts reasoning in the verbal section, but some of them put reasoning in the logic section. So it's a different. So that means normally it's reading, grammar, and vocabulary. These are the 3 areas where they check you on. So reading will be more of RC, parasummary. Grammar will be fill in the blank exercises, grammar exercises, sentence correction, whatever. Vocabulary is more of analogies, antonyms, synonyms, etc. So these are the areas where they ask you on. They test you on these 3 areas. So if you look at CAT exam is focused on reading. 67% of the paper is basically reading comprehension, which is 16 out of 24 questions. Then 8% is verbal parasummary. So almost 75% is directly linked to reading. The better you can read and comprehend, the better you will be able to solve. So even the rest, the odd man out, sentence completion, parasummary, they're all indirectly linked to reading. Somewhere you are reading. They don't check you on grammar, they don't check you on vocabulary. Vocabulary comes to some extent when you read. That's how, but not specifically vocabulary questions. So no question directly on grammar or vocabulary. To vocabulary does help in reading. So that means you need to plan your preparation based on this. So focus on your on reading, because reading becomes extremely important. It not only helps in verbal, but somewhere helps in DLR and maths as well. Because remember, the questions are in English. The better you can read, the better you can comprehend the questions, and better you'll be able to solve. Right. So if you look at paper pattern, as I said, 24 questions, 16 questions reading comprehension, and 8 questions are parajumbles, parasummary, odd man out. So RC becomes extremely important. So how do you prepare? So read for at least 1 hour daily on September month. If possible 2 hours, but at least 1 hour daily. Right. So that 1 hour daily could include 30 minutes to read what you enjoy reading. So if you enjoy reading novels, you enjoy reading specific type of books or articles, etc., read. 15 minutes on editorials of newspaper. Pick up any newspaper, they have an editorial page. Just pick up 1 or 2 articles, 15 minutes, read those articles. And 15 minutes articles on diverse topics. So you have Rochelle D'Souza reading list. You can go there and read. Those are specifically for CAT based reading. So Rochelle D'Souza reading list is one area where you can pick up, or you can go to AL Daily or some other sources. Apart from that, you can solve 1 or 2 RC passages. If you feel you need practice on vocabulary, you can do vocabulary for 10 minutes. Ideally, maintain a book. So whenever you solve RC passages, etc., maintain a book to note down your mistakes. The best way to improve on verbal is to identify your mistake and try to improve on that. So whenever you solve verbal exercises, etc., do this. October, November, apart from your reading, increase the reading to 1.5 hours. But apart from reading, slightly read more on diverse topics, because CAT has more diverse topics papers. So read slightly more on diverse topics. Initially I'd put less, but over a period of time read more on diverse topics. Maybe you can increase number of RC passages to solve, and maybe 30 minutes of VE exercise. Vocabulary is optional. So again, I said maintain a book to note down your mistakes, and that should help better. So this is a broad area of how do you plan. If you look at most of your preparation, verbal is reading, RC, and then maybe to some extent solving VA. Right? Hope this helps. We'll come up with more videos to help you with regards to CAT preparation. So if you're writing CAT, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.